Just back with a quick update on this FTP. I've completed 8 days now and I'm pretty much back to break even, up about $50. I started FTP, let me grab the pen. I started FTP right about here because I just made a hair, or basically on the dot, save a few cents. I made 1,500 for the combine, so this was the combine. And then this is FTP, up about 260 and then chopped back down to about up 50. So not much progress there in the 8 days I've traded it. And that's because I got a little complacent and lacked confidence. Here's my chart. Focus and energy level was down this week, lower than anything modestly positive is okay, and the higher the better, but threes, so modestly negative and below, I don't like. That's focus and energy level and confidence. And so along with lack of confidence comes a lot of regrets. And it's not that I necessarily did wrong, but you second guess yourself. And so confidence is key, energy and confidence. So in order to get that back on track, I've jumped into a river today down the road in Secchiano here in northeast Italy on the Adriatic coast near the Adriatic Sea. That's probably my favorite place in the world to go. I love it. The water's about 50 degrees, I would guess, Fahrenheit, or about 10 degrees Celsius, give or take. And it's really helps to get you back into your body and out of your head. So I just went and had a dip in there today, so that's refreshed me. Hopefully reset my brain, and I'll be back here next week. I took some, well, tomorrow. I took some notes. I had the largest down day that I've had in 2 months. If I scroll across, this is not right. This doesn't make sense at all. Just a second. I have no idea what's going on there, but let me bring over, I'm not going to try and fix that now, so I'll just bring this over. If I go back to the 23rd of March, which is when I began, you will see that if I use the daily net profit, now what the hell is going on here? Hold on a second. Obviously my brain isn't so reset after all. I didn't have the combine account tick. So here's the weekly. I've had the largest weekly drawdown since inception of this combine, so within the last 3 months or so. And I also had the largest, but it was only $200 down, but I kept the other weeks, just happened to be very small. And then the daily, I also have the largest since this day here, which I think was the 18th of April. Today is the 18th of June, so 2 months, largest losing day in 2 months. Again, only $30 bigger than some of the others, $30, $40 bigger. So no big deal there. But as I said, I'm going to be looking at these notes that I have here. And you can see I wrote about the drawdown in terms of intraday drawdown. And so some of these were, the ones that aren't underlined were this big, and then I brought them back to 100 down or less. So I was down 414 on this day early on in the combine, and brought it all the way back to like plus 30 or 50, I can't remember what it was. This one, the underlined ones, are the ones that ended up realized at the end of the day. And then there were 2 more here where I'd lost 3 trades and then brought it back some. That was just to have a look and see if it might be in my better interest to carry on, but I just want to contain the losing days and give myself an easy time in that regard, and then focus on good trading. So you can see my notes here: poor timing GC, poor timing 6C, poor timing 6C, poor timing 6C. So I've said forget measured moves because that threw me off. Observations: poor timing on many trades, mostly 6C, entered too soon rather than too late. A lot of uncertainty, lack of confidence, pulled orders constantly, which I don't usually do. Maybe that's because I've had a number of winning weeks, so I got a bit nervous. And then the lack of the uncertainty or the lack of confidence bred a lack of consistency with choices of setup. So I would skip stuff, get angry with myself, and then take things which were a much lower quality than what I had skipped. So the plan for week commencing 19th, as of tomorrow, Monday the 19th, is just to keep things simple, go back to my go-to setup, err on the side of patience, and be prepared to happily miss setup. So I want to be getting in on time or too late, meaning I don't get in. I either want to miss the setup or get in on time. I want to have few, if any, trades where I get in too early. So I'm going to err on the side of patience. Once an entry decision has been made, I'm going to stick to it. No taking off orders. I will not take off one order this week. Either I won't put the order on, or if I do, I'll commit to it. And then I will adjust to new market info in order to take trades off for multiple hours. So I'm not going to hold out specifically for 3 hour and 4 hour or whatever the case may be. I'm going to make sure I keep that metric high, the risk to reward, the reward to risk, high enough for it to fit with my win rate, which is in the 40s, and just churn out the numbers. I want to hit base hits 2 hour, 2.5, 3 at a 40% or thereabouts win rate, and that's it. Back to basics, patience, be prepared to miss setups, get in, attempt to get in later rather than sooner, and stick to my decision. So essentially, keep confidence high by doing what I say, meaning I put the order on, leave it there, and that should help with the consistency of setups, because I won't have any need to bounce from a lot of discipline, too much patience, to not enough patience, and that will solve the 3 issues of this week. So I'll reread this throughout the week and before the trading sessions just to keep myself on track. I will also get back to um, doing some capturing some charts and just keeping myself accountable privately within these folders, the daily review folder. And last but not least, I will be looking at 6E and 6J. I've got to keep YM because that's the breadwinner really. So I've got to keep that on the cards because of the 1,500 plus I've made over the last nearly 3 months. About 1,100 of it has come from YM with large N, so it would be foolish to remove that. Having said that, I'm going to look at 6E, 6J, and my medium to long term or medium term goal is to substitute YM for 6E and 6J if that's possible, if these two prove to be sufficiently profitable. And the reason for that is with Top Step Trader, 6A, B, C, E, and J all fall under the same exchange, so I pay one fee, $85. If I include YM, I have to pay another $85. And trading one lots makes $170 per month, a bit prohibitive on the amount of profits I'm looking to make per contract per month. So that's the thought process there, but I won't push it. If need be, I'll just trade 6A, 6B, 6C, and YM. And pay the extra $85. But once again, if this turns out to be profitable for me, 6C and 6J, then I will see if it's worth foregoing that $85 here, if it's sufficiently profitable. And that's it. I probably won't be back in the week. We'll see how it goes, but I will probably be back at the earliest Friday evening or Saturday, simply because I've noticed that when I when I start posting too many videos and updates and using social media too much, it tends to throw me off. So I'd like to keep everyone in the loop, but at the same time, obviously, I have to do what's best for me. So I'll probably catch you all Friday evening, and we'll see how this simplification, boiling it down to the base elements of the method and just using patience. Let's see how that turns out result-wise at the end of this week. So that's it for now. Take care. Have a good trading week if I don't see you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.